Hey guys, how's it going? I'm just kind of reading through all the different news here. Russia is still dealing with pro-Navalny protests. Now there's like flashlight protests, I guess, happening in Guinea and Africa. They're declaring their first Ebola outbreak since 2016 after confirming 7 new cases linked to a funeral. New Zealand is back on alert with coronavirus after a family test positive. So now they're back into a 3-day lockdown. And then separatists in Spain, the Catalonia regional movement happening. And then, of course, the earthquake, if you didn't hear, this weekend happened right offshore of Fukushima. No, tsunami or anything, but a lot of damage, I guess, done there. 7.3 magnitude earthquake. So a lot's been happening this weekend. Typically the week is pretty quiet, but one of the things that I think we're all looking at is this huge winter storm that's like from Canada all the way down to Mexico. Like it's actually snowing in Mexico right now. And I'm looking at some of the trending topics that are happening, and one of them is the is ERCOT, which is the Electricity Reliability Council of Texas, and they are actually looking at calling for rolling blackouts because of the extreme cold that is happening in Texas. Residential electric consumption makes up like 90% of the electric consumption in Texas, and they're basically saying, yeah, the cold weather is forcing people to want to, turn on more heating and things like that. And yeah, there's like a whole list. Like there's level 1, level 2, and then a level 3, basically energy emergency protocol, which they enact when their energy reserves reach a certain amount of megawatts. And as of today, as of Sunday afternoon, it was at 4,200 megawatts. If it dips below 2,300 megawatts, they enact level 1. At that stage, the grid can trigger an emergency response service that allows it to tap a portion of its 1,100 megawatt reserve. And then if you get down to level 3, which is under 1,000 megawatts, grid operators foresee those levels dropping below 1,000 for like more than 30 minutes. Then they ask the state's transmission owners and utilities to reduce electrical output by a certain amount. So hopefully it doesn't get to that. Many are foreseeing that it might get to that tomorrow. What I was surprised to see is that things like wind turbines are freezing, and apparently there's just not enough reserves in Texas, and it just made me wonder. This happened back in like 2011 when there was a cold snap. I think this was probably around the same time the Super Bowl may have been in Texas. If you remember, it snowed in Arlington and there was snow at AT&T Stadium, and so 10 years later, you would think that more would have been done to protect the grid against anomalies like this, winter storms and polar vortices that are bound to happen more and more as we're starting to see more and more extreme weather. So I'm just wondering what's happening, why we still don't quite have a handle on how to mitigate some of these things happening, why they still have to deal with rolling blackouts. Nevertheless, if you do live there, or really if you live anywhere, I mean, here are some good recommended measures: reducing heaters to 68 degrees, closing shades or blinds to better insulate windows, getting more windows and blinds. I also have like this awesome, see if I can grab it, just like wrap yourself up and stuff. It's not that hard. Wear hoodies and things like that. If you know of people that are out in the cold or who need help, please, call the authorities, help people to get indoors. I saw another article that happened in Germany where this woman basically gave birth in a subway outdoors. Like, if you see people that need help, just help them. This is not a time to allow the elements to kill and hurt people. We've already had enough of that happening with the coronavirus as it is. Some of the other things: avoid using large appliances, so stoves. If you can reduce the use of your refrigerator somehow, please do that. And then minimize use of electric lights. So if you don't need a light on, turn the lights off. Go through your house, do an energy audit. It's always good to do. So yeah, hopefully everyone's able to make it through. This is just really crazy to see that in this day and age we still have to deal with things like this, and it sucks. And you wish that the U.S. will put more spending into the infrastructure programs. Hopefully that's what Biden plans to do when he says build back better. This is what we really need. We really need to move into a 21st, 22nd century type of electrical infrastructure where we don't have to deal with these sorts of things happening and be at the mercy of Mother Nature for our own basic needs. But I would love to know if you guys are dealing with any of this stuff, what you're dealing with. Is there other news that's happening that I could be talking about? Let me know, and I will see you all tomorrow. Peace out.